Alright, so I'm going to pick up for this quest, which I started by accident at one point, without even talking to the person in question. So, this is the Narzissenkreuz adventure. So let's go ahead and do this. Or at least a little bit of it. Eek! Get away from me! Is that the petite Chew you were referring to, Anne? That's right. Please help her. I'll explore this area later. I'll just take care of this right now.
One with the force. Let's nip that in the bud.
Ah, I'm saved. Wait, so Petite Chew is a finch? Petite Chew is Petite Chew. Regardless, it's good that you're well, Petite Chew. Now, let me introduce these two. Actually, I haven't yet asked you to your names. Traveler's the name. And Paimon's Paimon. Thank you, Knight Traveler Squire Paimon. Squire? She's not my squire. We're companions. And don't you get that twisted. Ha! That's more like it. I see. My apologies, Paimon. I am Petite Chew, a member of the Narzissenkreuz adventure team. If not for your help, I might have... Well, Narcissus has girded his subordinates with the aegis of 4 orphants, so our powers are unable to overcome them. That's how it is. But with you and your companion on our side, good night, we shall have nothing to fear. The princess will be pleased. One moment. Who's this princess again? Also, what is this adventure team of yours? And what's going on with this Narcissus? Well, this is how things went. A long time ago, this was a kingdom of unparalleled gladness. The children and Princess Lyris lived happily together here. But later, the kingdom fell to the predations of Narcissus, a fell dragon who had designs on the princess and her treasures. Princess Lyris hid herself away in a high tower and entered a deep slumber. That is why we now name the kingdom Anapasus. Narcissus filled Anapasus with bitter waters. That which we just defeated was an evil being born from those waters, an entity that opposes the Reconquista. Or however you say that. This time, we attempted to infiltrate this place and rescue Princess while the dragon was absent. However, we ran into a great many foes, and ultimately we failed. But now that we have you and Paimon on our side, Traveler, we have nothing to fear. Moreover, we have a princess, a kingdom, and a wicked dragon. Traditions and the stories dictate that we must also have a knight. Yes, a mighty righteous knight like Traveler. Well, I have defeated a dragon in the past. Paimon's not sure what you're going on about, but if it's dragons you want, Traveler's beaten them before. Really? You have? That did happen more than once, in fact. Really? You're so strong. It is our great fortune to have met you, good night, Traveler. It seems that the time has come at last for the Reconquista. The Narzissenkreuz adventure team shall reclaim the realm and rescue Princess Lyris. Come, Petite Chew, let us do as we planned. First, let's get rid of all this foul water. I'll do my best. Huh? Alrighty. Wait, they're raising the water? Huh? They raised the water. Holy shit. Is there a device for raising and watering it? All this water. Is this some kind of Oceanid magic? Phew, defensive power has weakened. There will also be less obstacles for us to fight from here on out. Phew, this is so tiring. And, traveler, let us go help my brother Al. Your brother, is he another character? Well, Pachichu and I can't be the only members of the team. We don't quite think that highly of ourselves. We certainly aren't as strong as you or Paimon. Al covered our escape when we retreated. Now that Narcissus' power is waning, let's go help him. Well then, let's go! I'm collecting fish. No, that's not what I wanted to do! Stop!
Keep up. Keep up.
A defensive device that can lock on and fire mist bubbles at those brave enough to enter its targeting range. Use condensed water planks or the terrain to approach and extract the hydrogranum that allows it to operate. So this thing. Oh, it's all the way over there.
Can't see? Sir.
Shine down!
Yeah. Bring it on! Yeah.
Al, you're safe. I was so worried. Ah, my dear Petite Chou, and you too, Anne. We meet again at last. In those darkest of days, I thought of you and drew strength to fight on from those thoughts. Thank you, noble warriors, you who have come forth to uphold the cause of justice. Why, had I arms as slender as yours, I would tip my hat to honor you. There's no need to be so prim and proper. Anne introduces you and Paimon to Al and explains what happened previously. But why is a Finch older brother a duck? Why a duck, you ask? Are you such definitions important? I have a supple body, an iron will, and webbed feet with which to tread water. Of these I am proud, and that is enough. And Petite Chou is Petite Chou. The sphere is the shape closest to perfection, and the most complicated of all shapes. I am most proud of my sister. Seriously, brother, what are you talking about? Actually, Trevor, what is Al talking about? He means that we shouldn't dwell too much on these details. We members of the Narzissenkreuz adventure team are desperate indeed, but we have one goal. We shall save Princess Lyris, and we shall defeat the fell dragon Narcissus. Well said. The person I am now knows all that the one who stands before me is a noble and valiant knight who possesses the iron will needed to defeat Narcissus. That is enough for me. Sorry, I have a mitt in my mouth, so it's a little hard sometimes to talk. Usually, the mightier the will, the larger the form needed to be its vessel, as it is in the case of Narcissus. This knight's stature is much like mine, and yet... seriously, the first and last thing Paimon understood was Narcissus. You're always talking about Narcissus that and Narcissus this, Narcissus that. But what is it, really? Look up above. Princess Lyris' tower, that is Narcissus. Huh? That wasn't there before the water rose. Isn't that just an Oceanid? But that is the fell dragon Narcissus, the dragon who invaded the Narzissenkreuz kingdom. And its wings are very huge and frightening. But it's an Oceanid, isn't it? Well, traveler in Paimon, you have seen much. What then should a dragon look like? Well, if you're talking about the dragons we fought before, they'd be like Mondstadt's Dvalin. What? Dvalin's a whole different story from Oceanids. Dvalin's super blue, has wings, are huge, and he can fly. What? That's exactly like the fell dragon. No, no, we're definitely met other dragons before. Like Liwa's Ajdaha, who became the embodiment of primordial energies in Liwa's enemy. I see. So it was a being as evil as Narcissus then? No, not at all. And how are they different? Narcissus represents primordial regression and aggregation, and is our foe. Well, but Ajdaha's from Liwa. There's a huge difference, right? No, no, we've definitely met other dragons before. Like Sumeru's Apep, a being whose true form cannot be grasped by humanity and can summon all manner of servants. That does sound quite like Narcissus, inscrutable and master of many servants. That must have been a grueling battle. Very impressive. Ugh, Paimon's starting to get confused about what counts as a dragon. Categories are just social construct. There's no objective meaning. Come on, that might be right. That can't be right. How would we be able to communicate and understand this world otherwise? I agree with the knight here. Our categories should not define our essence. Our purpose defines our essence. At this time, we are the heroes challenging the wicked dragon, and he is the wicked dragon. This is sufficient. This must be what Al means when he says a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. That is precisely the case, dear Petite Chu. Were you not called Petite Chu, you would still be my dearest younger sister. So long as that's the tower your princess sleeps in, the one lurking atop the tower is fell dragon Narcissus, is that right? No, I fear as we stated, he is not here now, which is why we were able to win our way here so easily. That up there is the dragon's hatred made manifest. That's so complicated. Can't you just be an ordinary statue? Like he notes, Narcissus commanding his underlings to make an image of himself on the highest tower, so as to show off his greatness and force all the people of the land to look upon him or something? Well, you actually make a reasonable point, Paimon, but if that was the case, then we should still have been able to see it even before Petite Chu made the foul water disappear, right? But instead, Narcissus' evil has melded with the waters, which is why his wicked intent crystallized into that image once the waters were drained. Is that seriously how it happened? The fell dragon is truly terrifying. My talons hurt just looking at him. Well, we have our night traveler, so we should be fine even if he is present, yes? It'd be best if he wasn't home all the same. Humility becomes a knight indeed. Let us move on then. With you by our side, we have nothing to fear. Okay, let's see what kind of progress I can make. I didn't mean to start that. Did I just take the stairs? I have a hankering to explore, and I'm trying not to explore. Ooh, meat.
Oh, it's all coming out now.
Oh, Prago. Jack? Jack! Thank goodness you're safe. As I thought, you're the ones who emptied the water out. Excellent, excellent. If I had hands like yours, yellow and white ones, I would be applauding already. Dear friend, please show some respect. Petite Chu is doing her best. You are right. I suppose she has done nothing wrong, ultimately. Forget it. The yellow and white ones here, who are they? Yellow and white, you mean us? And who else would I mean? Does Pichichi look yellower to you, or does Anne? Hey, you blue frog. All right, Paimon, please don't be angry. Jack, this is Night Traveler and Paimon. A knight, you say? Then I suppose this Paimon is a squire? No, no. Come on, why does everyone call Paimon that? Paimon is no squire. Paimon's my companion. I see. You are not some minor feudal warrior, not in the usual sense, anyway. Are you then some honorary knight? One with a title that comes with little benefit? Well, Traveler is an honorary knight, but he got it in Mondstadt for heroically doing battle with Storm Terror. Ah, then you are a dutiful, capable warrior. Very good. In that case, welcome to Orchestra Jack. An orchestra? Is that like kind of a musical troupe? Yes, it is. The name is merely an analogy, for we weave resistance like an orchestra in our struggle against Narcissus as we seek to rescue Miss Lyris. Don't you mean Princess Lyris? That's right. Isn't Lyris a princess? Well, both terms refer to the same person, but leaving that aside, we should listen well. The title princess is a rigid hierarchical term of address, a product of an oppressive system. It was a title whose merit is birth, not labor or wisdom. Here we go again. If the universe was more rational one, there would be no gods, no kings, and certainly no princes or princesses. Nor would there be mystical powers that only a few would wield, or may wield. Do you follow me thus far? This rabbit hole's not for me. This sounds really deep, but it's also confusing, Paimon. But not doing anything all day while being able to enjoy delicious sweet madames is pretty nice. Is there anything wrong with that? See, if there are some who will reap the benefits despite doing no labor, then must be some who shall have to do with more to compensate. Paimon lacks the strength for labor, thus such compensation is my obligation. Doesn't matter to me. Paimon's happiness is mine as well. Hehe. Paimon hopes you can be happy too. Wait a minute. In that case, wouldn't Traveler be happy if he makes Paimon happy? That means making Paimon happy more is good for you too. That's how it works, right? This has been a very interesting conversation, but please allow me to interject. Dear Jack, good night. May we now begin discussing our next course of action in our rescue of Princess Lyris? Silencing voices you do not have to hear, I see. Oh, Traveler, come, see the repression inherent in the system. Help, help, Al's repressing me. Oh boy. Jack, you. Al isn't doing that. He's a good person. He wouldn't bully you. Dear sister, please do not lose your temper over this. If you have more to say, Jack, why don't we find a corner and sell this like gentlemen, Stop squabbling. We all have the same goal. Please, everyone, aren't we comrades? We've all gathered to rescue the princess, or Miss Iris, after all. We count as such, I suppose. We shall cooperate, even though my final goal is to create a more beautiful world for Miss Lyris. Let us shake hands, then, comrades. You have wings, I have webbed feet. If you think these apt replacements for hands, then we shall do so, comrade. Jack and Al shake hands, awkwardly. If nothing else, they extend their wing and webbed foot and tap them together. Please get along with him, Al. Of course, dear sister. Do not worry. We are united in one cause. All right. Now that the problem is solved... Problem? This is but the manifestation of a deeper issue. Jack, please. Okay, so what do we do next, Anne? Alright, almost forgot that we were here to save the princess. Why, I was starting to think I'd brought such capable help along just to let them listen to two boys squabble. As for the situation, ask Al and Jack to explain. I need a moment to cool off. Anne's having a tough time, too, huh? continue along. Oh, meat. And this. Jack, you. Paimon, don't. Is there anything I need to do? I'd like to speak first, then, honored knight and Paimon. Concerning the tower before us, Narcissus has been unable to overcome it. As such, Princess is still safe. At that time, when we all seemed lost, the princess gave her greatest treasure to us, and that was the time that belonged to her. She gave you her what now? Time, you say? After she lost that time, the princess and the tower she dwells in both fell into a stagnant, dreamless slumber. In remembrance of her, we named our fallen realm the Anapusis. And what does that mean? Because it has completely stagnated, Narcissus has been unable to retain anything within. That's more or less our situation. What do you mean more or less our situation? Firstly, how would someone give anyone else their time? But it's true, Princess Lyris did share her time with us. Narcissus would constantly plot to invade, but with the time she gave us, we became far stronger. For example, my brother, Al, can usually only defeat one foe at once, but with more time, he can vanquish 4 or 5 at one time. Most vivid example. Thank you for your explanation, dear Petite Chu. Well, I hope you understand now, traveler, Paimon. Yes, I understand. What did you even understand? There's too much oddity at play here. Let's just leave that aside for now. Alright then. Paimon totally gets it too. Narcissus has spent long years since searching for the princess's treasure. Only its power can cause time in the tower to flow again, and only only then will its locked gates open. Thus he summoned water brimming with wicked intent to drown the kingdom and create underlings unnumbered and many magical devices besides. All this was done to hunt us Narzissenkreuz adventure team members down and seize the treasure that should have been in our hands. Wait, should have? Before we had another older brother, nay. In those terrifying days he took the treasure and fled alongside us, but he dissolved into the waters while covering us. I miss him so much. We were very good friends. I hate the dragon, even though I know that these feelings are not good. But I miss Nate. He was like my real brother, just like Al. We're sorry for your loss. But if that's the case, how are we supposed to save Princess Lyris? The treasure has sealed the tower, and it can only be opened again with said treasure. Well, when they say, how do I put this? Well, they are consolidating our rear lines. We of Orchestra Jack obtained some key intelligence that has allowed us to discern the treasure's location. Really? You have? Of course, it is right over there. That chest in the ceiling. Huh? In the sky, as in the water in the sky? Before Nade dissolved, he used the last of his strength to purify a patch of water in the firmament. It was there that he hid the treasure. One irony, it seems that Narcissus has gotten too used to looking down upon the scenery below, and has not been in the habit of looking up. And there the treasure has been hidden all along. I see. Well, it does sound like something Nade would come up with. How do we get up there, though? Could Petite Chu and Al take us up there? Very imaginative idea, but unfortunately impractical. If we go up there, we should find a small fountain full of magic. Options may open to us should we reach it. Are you feeling better now, Anne? Thank you, Paimon, but you need not worry. We must destroy the 3 bubble formations set up by Narcissus before we head up. What are those exactly? They are underhanded contraptions powered by hydrograna that can bombard intruders from a great distance. Perhaps you might have already seen one on the way here? Anne speaks true. The road ahead will be vastly more perilous if we do not first destroy those formations. Kate should have been in charge of eliminating them before we attacked, but it seems that he might have been smashed to seafoam already. Don't say that. We should be hoping that he made it. He is our comrade in the end, isn't he? In that case, our next task is the destruction of the bubble formations. After that, we'll go to the small fountain and see what we find there. In that case, leave it to Traveler. From what Pichichu and Al have said, it seems like only his attacks will work. Oh, Paimon didn't mean to put you down. You guys have been fighting Narcissus and trying to save Princess Lyris for so long, but just leave this bit to Traveler, alright? That's right, leave it to me. You have my thanks. Alright, in that case, let me lead the ray. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so it's easy to get back here, is I'm going to go ahead and place one of these doodads. And I'm going to end the video here, so I'll see you guys later.